Studying for the MCAT or USMLE is hard enough, but adding test day nerves, that's a whole different beast. If you've ever opened up your practice tests and felt your brain freeze, even though you know the content, you're not alone. I've worked with pre-med students and med students across the country, and anxiety under pressure is way more common than you think. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 3 brain training tools that are based on cognitive behavioral therapy, and they're things that I use with my own students. You can start using them today to retrain your thinking and calm your nervous system before your next exam. And if you want a printable version to follow along with, I've included a free worksheet below, so take a moment, pause the video, download, and come back. We can go through it together. Tool number 1. Let's start with something simple but powerful, the thought flip. Picture this. It's the night before the MCAT or step 1, and the thought creeps in. If I don't crush this, I'm screwed. All of this work would have been for nothing. But is it really? Here's how we flip it. 1, let's think. Is it 100% true? If it's not, there's a little bit of room in there to disprove it. Number 2, what's the evidence for or against it? What makes it untrue that you're going to fail? Number 3, what's some more helpful or balanced thought? So instead of spiraling, you might try this instead. This is a high stakes test, but one score doesn't define me. I've prepared, I've grown, and I can handle this moment. This isn't toxic positivity. It's training your brain to see the whole picture, not just panic. If you've ever had a meltdown like this, drop it in the comments below. And I'd also love to know what you're working on reframing right now. Tool number 2. Next up, the thought feeling journal. You may have some negative or derailing thoughts pop up as you're studying. Here's how. When you're in the middle of test prep chaos, it can be helpful to slow things down and get specific. Here's how. Write out these 3 things. 1, the situation. For example, you're reviewing UWorld, you're getting a bunch of questions wrong, you might start to panic at that moment. So write down, what is the situation? Number 2, write down the negative thought that you have. Maybe you're thinking, I'll never get through this, I'm not smart enough. And then the 3rd thing to write is the feeling. How do you feel as you think this? As you're going through this situation, do you feel anxious, upset, maybe even angry? This quick journaling exercise helps you separate the thought from the truth, because one bad quiz block doesn't equal failure, but your brain may treat it like a disaster unless you catch it in the moment. This is where the real mind shift happens. When you can start to see the pattern, you can start to break it. All right, tool number 3, the last tool, the evidence bank. When anxiety takes over, your brain is scanning for threats, not wins. But you've got more proof of success than you think. So start a running list of all of these things. I want you to write it down in your notes app, on a sticky note, a piece of paper that you're gonna post somewhere that you can see it while you're studying. Make a list of the practice scores that have improved. Hopefully, you're at a point in your studying where things have improved from day 1. Topics that you fully mastered, right? You've gotten through maybe CV, or maybe you're doing really well on the cards section. Times where you kept studying even when it was hard. We all know how that feels. Maybe it's a Saturday afternoon, you want to be outside doing something else, but you're like, I've got to buckle down, I've got to study. Write it down. That's a success. Even just showing up for this video counts. So I want you to write that down too. Hey, I watched this video with Dr. Busch. This is a part of me, my test prep, and taking care of my mental health. Making this list builds resilience. And every time you revisit it, you're telling your brain, hey, I've done hard things and I can do them again. Trust me. This is one of the most underrated test prep tools that you can use. So let's recap. If you want to beat MCAT or USMLE nerves, start with these 3 brain training moves. 1, flip unhelpful thoughts. 2, track the thought-feeling connections in your journal notes app. 3, build a bank of evidence. They're simple, free, and backed by psychology. Want to try it out for yourself? Download the free worksheet below. It includes space for journaling, thought reframes, and building your own evidence bank. I've used these tools with pre-meds, MS1s, and even residents preparing for boards. If it helped them, it can help you too. You've got this. And as always, I'm cheering you on, and I will see you in the next video.